Squire's locks. I love them. Love padlocks, always have. Put the key in, turn it, as if by magic, the hasp opens. Except this has got something unusual in it, because when you lock it like that, if perchance you lose or drop the key and you can't find it, you can still open the lock. How come? Well, this little cover here, which is like a dust cover, can be moved further up with your finger, with the back of the fingernail, and click. It opens like that. Very clever. It's got a secret to it. And that's what I've been looking at. Secret or trick locks, which have something hidden in it, which make them open or operate in unusual ways. And there's quite a number out there, but I bought just half a dozen here to show, one or two just briefly. I won't try to open them because they're too difficult. Rainer Popp, who's a German I've met several times at puzzle parties, is one of the leading trick lock makers. This one is extraordinarily intricate, very difficult to open, about 7 or 8 or 9 moves, wonderful engineering inside. And he's made about 10 different locks which we have sold on the website. I'll just pass on that one. By contrast, this one here, which I picked up about 10 years ago, is an ancient looking lock, but I think it's Indian actually. I think it's probably modern day, perhaps it's an old design, but it's got a nice secret to it, because when you put the key in, a very ornate key too, I like the key, put the key in and turn it, nothing happens. You can't lift up because the hasp won't open until you push the turtle's head to one side, and then it lifts. That's a clever one, isn't it? Very clever. You need to have a key and the knowledge to do that. Some locks are very baffling because they have no keyhole. This is one by Gary Fauci, who I've met many times over the years, and he makes extremely difficult locks, which again I won't attempt to open this time because it's just a bit beyond me. I need to go to instructions manuals, but that's a very clever lock because no keyhole. How come? Don't know. That's a very intricate looking lock, which I love the look of. This one, it's got it can function like a finger ring to start with, which is very nice. But it's got some very intricate parts to it, which I want to just run through because they're so clever. To start with, for this one, you've got about 5 movements. You've got to move this little piece here to one side, which I'll do with this funny key they give. So move that to one side. There's a tiny little latch moves. Then this is the hardest bit. I've got to reach down here and lift up a little tag here with the key. There we are. And then the whole thing swings apart like that. Finally, you can open up the mask, which covers the keyhole. Are you there? I don't know. Let's put the key in and see what happens. Turn it. No, it's jamming. There's one more move you've got to do, and that is this little corner here. You've got to lift that up. Push it upwards. There we are. And now when you turn the key, it will operate all the way around like that, and it opens. What a beauty that is. Astonishing. Then coming right up to date, there are key locks made of modern material, what they call 3D printing, which there's quite a number of examples of. And one particular artisan who makes them is Louis Coulen in Holland, who makes wonderful ones. These ones here, which I've had a lot of fun with. They're very intricate and difficult to open, and yet they're all made out of 3D printed materials. Astonishing. It occurs to me to think about how far back these locks go in history, and my own feeling was this one here must be a very old lock, surely. But I've suddenly come across an astonishing fact that, in fact, this is the oldest lock of the lot. This is a modern-made reproduction of a lock that was first invented 2,000 years ago and made very widely and has been found on archaeological sites all over the Middle East and all over Europe as well. It was used, I think, originally as a lock in order to secure bags like these which had money and gold in it, which merchants could send from one end of the Roman Empire to the other. And they could also use them, I think, on cupboards, perhaps in large Roman villas. But what an extraordinary thing to do, to create a lock like that with such intricacy 20 centuries ago. It made me feel as though perhaps they were ancient people, but certainly not primitive.